In today's video, I'm making a fish and anemone guard for the large Nero 7 pump by Aquaillumination. In the past, I've already made one for the Nero 5 and the Nero 3, and interestingly enough, the Nero 3 video was actually just the 6th video that I've ever done on this channel. And that was 2 years ago. Dang, time flies. Stay tuned to see how this thing turns out, because this is going to be a quick one. Welcome back to IC Live. My name is Mark. All right, kicking things off today, let's get straight into this and show you how the Fluval is doing with the Nero 3 guard. This tank is looking great. It is packed and overloaded, and I've got coral warfare going on, and the coralline algae is all over the place. And as you notice, it's all over this Nero 3 guard, but this guard is working spectacularly, and it has saved a host of different mushrooms, and it has also saved the spawn of this anemone that is currently in a different tank now. All right, that's enough of the past. Let's bust out this Nero 7 and check it out. And here it is. It really is just a bigger version of the 3 or the 5, which you'll see here in a second. Nothing else in the box but a power supply, so let's ditch that and get checking it out. Really, the only major difference here, besides being bigger, are these holes that are on the base of the front cover. I'm guessing that's for increased water flow. It could be for like some water deflection, maybe going some different ways. As you can see, it's just a very big impeller. I'm not surprised that it has the exact same kind of snapping mechanism with these little tabs on the sides, although you got to be weary because these things are fragile, and I've broken them on the Nero 3 multiple times. I've also broken some on a Nero 5 before. Okay, I think I've seen enough. Now, my standard for starting a project is to draw something. Don't need to draw anything here. I already know what I'm making. And then I would typically make a model of this specific unit. However, I'm going to try things a little bit differently this time. Instead of building this from scratch, I'm actually going to go ahead and scale up the Nero 5 model. I've been asked several times if I can scale up the Nero 5 to go ahead and fit this model. My guess is no, but we will find out soon. Here is the Nero 5 model. As you can see, the guard is transparent, and that is so that you can kind of see through it to see the pump housing along with the impeller and magnet. Here it is with the guard off. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to try to scale this up to mimic the Nero 7. And here we go. Right, I scaled it up and I cut off the bottom because I'm going to do a test fit before I go any further. The prints are done. Here are the rings for the test fit. I have to get this little tiny notch to fit up with this tab. So let's go ahead and put this one on, see if it works. All right, I get it over the top. And I try to give it a little twist and it will not twist. I can't get it to snap in. So I remove the impeller so I can see the tab and it's not going where it needs to be. So let's try out the second one. Initial fit is good. Oh, I twist, it pops right in, and as you can see, the tab is in place. That one's gonna work. This third one, let's give this a shot. This one might be a little bit too tight of a fit, and it is. I can't get it to twist. So second ring is the one to go with. I think I'm ready to finish up the guard.
12 seconds later.
The guard is all done. Time to get the first print done. This thing is big. Wow, I was not expecting that to take up so much of the build volume. I think it turned out really good. Let's just see if it works. All right, how long is this going to take to print? 8 hours and 35 minutes. Wow, that is way longer than I expected. Hopefully I can find ways to speed this thing up in the future. I'm going to get the print started and let's check and see how it's doing. All right, I'm about 7.5 hours into this print. It's got a little bit left to go. As you can see, it's 93% done here. And it's looking really good, although I do see some issues, as I can see some light right there, meaning I got some delamination on the build plate. But overall, I can definitely tell this is going to work for a test print. So let's leave it be, and it's going to finish up.
An hour later.
Here it is. The print is done. It is looking awesome. This thing turned out great. The Voronoi structure, the mesh just looks perfect. It's got a few little strings here. Maybe there's some stuff I could clean up. But overall, I could not be happier with this. But the moment of truth. Are these tabs on the inside, are they going to match up correctly and link up with this Nero 7 pump? So let's go ahead and put it on. First, I got to put the pump back together. Let's just put the impeller in. I'm going to start by feeding the wire through the little wire slot in the guard. So right up here at the top of the guard, there's this little wire slot. Just feed the wire through. It is in. All right, got to get the pump lined up on the interior here. Make sure all the tabs are lined up. Looks like everything is lined up. I give it a little twist here, and although you can't hear it, there's a teensy tiny little pop snap into place. And it's good. That's it. Wow, first test print. I mean, I know I did the test fit prints with the rim, but still, this thing, I mean, it turned out perfect. All right, I'm gonna take out, this was the dry magnet, so I took the dry magnet off, and this thing fits solid up against the paper. There's about a millimeter distance between the guard and where the glass would be on the tank, and that's just so that I can prevent vibrations from going into the glass. You can get a little better look at this Voronoi mesh structure. The inside of it looks so cool. It's like kind of like a little spider web. But that is a wrap for this video. Now, I don't actually have anywhere for this Nero 7 to go, so not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe I'll give it to a friend. Maybe I'll sell it. I do not know. But I just wanted to show you in comparison. Here is the Nero 7 guard. Here is the Nero 5 guard on the top right. And then down there on the bottom is the Nero 3 guard. I don't have the other Neros because they're all in tanks. I didn't want to take them out, but you can see the size difference. I mean, this thing is huge compared to the other two. The other two will actually fit directly in it. So the Nero 5 fits over the top of the Nero 3 and the Nero 7. You can kind of see the rim difference on each one of these. All right, that is a wrap. This Nero 7 guard is done. Now I need to get some people to test it out. And just like everything, I'm going to make it available in 2 different locations. The first one is this is available for purchase for people who cannot print it themselves, and that is on iclive.com. I'm going to have like 5 to 10 of these available for the first orders, just so that I can make sure that I get this thing tested out and confirmed before I start getting it out to everybody. The second option is to go ahead and shoot me a message, and I will send you the files at no cost so you can print this thing yourself. It is not an easy print. It is 8 hours, and it is a bit of a stress test for any printer. Well, that's all I've got today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you live in the next video.